Hello, hello. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever applies. Today we're going to be playing Uncharted: The Lost Legacy. Thank you to PlayStation for gifting me a copy of this on PlayStation 5. They gifted me the Legacy of Thieves collection, which includes a remaster of Uncharted 4 and Uncharted: The Lost Legacy. So we're doing a focused trophy run. So the first trophy I'm going to go for is pretty much the only missable one in the whole run. Which is basically I need to get from the very beginning of the game to chapter 4, or is it chapter 5, without firing a single shot. Okay, performance mode, audio. Okay, language. Okay, everything else should be fine. So let's import our save first of all, because we did actually finish the game before. Just in case I actually already have trophies.
Holy shit. Could you possibly start climbing, please?
Jesus!
Oh, Sam!
All right, climb up, I got you.
Oh, my God. Oh, it's all muscle. That's what they all say.
Okay, let's hope that isn't copyrighted. Me mute in the meantime. Right, should be okay. I'm just gonna wait for the trophies to finish importing, and then we'll start a new game. Like I said, so the challenge for today is can we get from the very beginning of the game all the way to chapter 5 without firing a single bullet? Hopefully this won't take too long to do, to be honest. Like they have said that you can get all the collectibles via chapter select, and you can get everything else. This is like the one trophy which you can't just get there and then. So let me take a look actually. Let me look at my trophy list. So once I finish all the trophies for Lost Legacy, then I'm done because I'll also get the platinum trophy for the main game. So and okay. So the one we won, I believe, is called like Way of the Warrior. It's probably wouldn't surprise me. It's the one with the least. Yeah, exactly. The one with the least amount of people that have actually done it. So make it outside of Halabidu in Chapter 5 without using a firearm or explosive. Okay, so we're gonna go for this trophy today. That's the main aim. Uh, Jay, good morning. How are you? Then we'll start about doing the collectibles. So we want new game. Would you like to carry over everything? No. And we want to do Explorer. Um, then continue. How's life treating you? Have you played Dying Light 2? I did. And it doesn't work. So I'm waiting for them to release the patches. So yeah, I've actually got it right there. They're meant to be releasing more updates midweek. Apparently, PowerPick said you can platinum this game in like 10 to 20 hours. But hopefully this won't take too long to do. Just tired. How about you? Yeah, good, good. Good meal yesterday. Good dinner. I was happy I finished Uncharted 4.
It makes sure I doing good.
And
Does it now?
also, I just feel content every day that I'm getting everything done that I need to do.
Wow.
Yeah, I was really happy with that.
You again. Is this your store?
No, my father's.
How much?
800 rupees, please.
800 rupees.
Okay, for you, 550.
Incredible. So, does your father usually leave you here alone?
No, he's away fighting the devils.
Oh. The Indian army called him up, did they?
No memory of this game for some reason. Ah, fair enough.
Really? Wow.
I almost see it as like a DLC of Uncharted
My
4.
choice. I wouldn't leave you here alone. All right.
Like Nadine and I've forgotten her name, but
300.
they team up together.
That's the deal.
What's her name again?
400 rupees plus Ganesh.
You don't want this. It's broken. See?
You don't know the story? Ganesh fought Parashuram was standing guard at his father's door.
Yes, to defend the honor of his father, Shiva, and got his tusk hacked off for his troubles.
I'm just happy I get to relive these games all remastered.
Anyway, it's not for sale.
Speaking of remastered, I read a tweet yesterday. Someone was basically leaking Last of Us remake information,
Okay, look.
saying that the Last of Us remake will look literally even better than Last of Us Part 2. And they are actually going to expand the story.
And what'll that cost me?
Oh, sorry. They're going to expand the story. So, who knows if that just means more cutscenes or whatever, but we'll see.
Need to be on that truck before it goes.
So, you're Ganesh. How much for it?
Not for sale.
Okay, where are we headed to? This way? Sorry. Pardon me. I'm rude.
What?
Don't get me wrong. Decent technique on the lift. But I'd like my Ganesh back. Please.
Fine.
A for effort, kid.
It's interesting that they, we'll see if that's even true about The Last of Us 1. If it will look even better than Last of Us 2. But maybe then that will justify a Last of Us 2 director's cut. Sorry, pardon me, sorry.
People aren't allowed across the bridge. It's too dangerous.
Listen, kid. It's been really fun. You need to make yourself scarce.
I have a spare bed in the store. 300 rupees. Best deal in all of India.
Okay, no thanks. I need to get on this truck.
Bad idea. The rebels, they hurt people.
Listen. I need to help my friend, okay? Tell you what. When I get back, pizza's on me. Deal?
Deal.
Okay. Shit. Damn it.
Sir,
Wait.
sir, please.
God.
My dad, we were eating ice cream. I can't find him.
Yeah, you know, I never actually played Resident Evil 4, the original one.
He was standing over there. I was to the left. I turned around and he was gone. Wait, there he is. There he is. Thank you, sir.
Oh, Laura Bailey's in this. Interesting. And I've noticed as well the last couple of days, like my gaming news and all my channels are starting to do really, really well numbers-wise. Like they're going up exponentially.
Bastards.
So I didn't like how they were changing the gameplay from the previous games. So I skipped it when it first came
Red
out.
door.
Ah,
That's it. Better than nothing.
okay, let's see. I like how in the original trailer she was wearing a headscarf so that you wouldn't recognize her. I don't think this shouldn't take us too long to finish off. And then if Dying Light 2 is still not fixed, then I will go back to 14 for a bit. Sorry, I think I've gone in a circle. But yeah, like I said, I'm happy to see. It's like my work is paying off, basically. Yeah, let's just walk towards it, Angel.
Get out while you can.
Oh,
I've done nothing wrong!
Bloody bullies.
Shut up!
Check it.
Get in the truck. Move it!
this way.
I said get in the truck now!
Yeah, I don't think I can avoid this checkpoint, so just go through.
Guess I don't have a choice.
This reminds me of flippin' Lebanon when I was growing up.
Hey, hold on. What's your rush?
I mean, I didn't live there, but we would go there for summer, summer holidays.
Hey.
Yep.
Dangerous to be out so late.
Hey! Where do you live? What are you, deaf? Answer him! I said, where do you live?
Arabtazon.
I'm in the middle of something.
It can wait.
Yes, sir.
Meet me inside.
Understood. You, with me. Man the gun.
Sir,
Sir.
what about her?
Just let her through.
You heard him. Get going.
All right.
Lucky for them, I've got somewhere to be.
I'm going to assume that, fine, I can't use my gun and I can't throw grenades, but
Red door.
surely I can just knock people out. You know, punch them and kick them to death. But yeah, but like I said before, like as soon as they actually fix Dying Light 2, I'll play it. Because Mom is still waiting for co-op, and so is Balfour. I'm one of the unlucky ones where it just is completely broken.
Remote.
Don't smoke. You're useless.
I can't sell it. I don't want it.
And that's that.
Shit. Come along, friend. Yeah. Clean this place up.
You can sleep in the truck.
No, thank
Is that the last of them?
you. Almost. There's a couple more in the alley. Moving
tonight? Can't wait. Tired of these people.
No, Asad says 1 week.
Another week in this shithole.
Remember the end goal, brother.
Oh, shit. Great timing.
We'll have that bottle of coconut around.
I might.
And what do you think of the game Sifu? It comes out tomorrow. Some people have been playing it already. I think it looks quite interesting, but I don't think it's a game I'm going to jump into because of like how frustrating it looks.
The hell does that mean?
I will rage before I even get past the first level, I think.
Long enough. Been with Asaf since he was chasing down small trinkets all over India. Join the Marines.
Tired of these small operations. When do we take the fight to the tyrants?
Asad says he needs more time to prepare.
The government thinks we're a joke.
They won't think that for much longer.
One coming right towards us.
Hey, do you hear me? Hey, you there?
Damn it!
Yeah, quite explorer difficult is fun. Alright. I saw the IGN gave 9 out of 10. Yeah, yeah. But like what did you are you interested in that sort of game? I find roguelikes really, really difficult. So like Returnal, for example, was the most famous like roguelike recently. But I just I don't have the patience for them. Somehow I'm lost. How can I go out this window? Oh. In here.
God, they cleaned this place out.
Hades was amazing, but I get what you're saying. I'll probably skip it. Yeah, yeah. Why am I blind, chat? Where am I supposed to go? This is...
Okay, gotta get to the roof.
Okay, I get it. Let's get to the roof. I think my issue is it's on my screen. It's so dark. I don't even know where to go. Oh, the stairs. Duh. Okay. Worked it out well first. Oh, jeez.
Indian Army's not messing around.
Go this way.
Ah, Pink Lotus. Not what I was picturing.
Blood. Shift change. Forget the roof. Ah, bollocks.
There was at least 2 targets. One was the warehouse, the other... You're in the wrong place, girl.
What the hell?
I got you. There's nowhere to run, girl.
There's
You're
Nadine.
late, Frazer. Nice to see you too.
Holy shit! They took out the
Oh,
first
is that
squad.
that name? Chloe Frazer. Oh, that was easy.
What the hell was that? I thought you were a professional.
Oh, you should relax. You'll live longer.
Relax. It took me weeks to track down Asov. The man's as unpredictable as they come.
He's just another warmonger with no war to fight.
No, you don't know him like I do. He changes location and routines by the hour. We'd be foolish to take unnecessary risks.
Let's get one thing straight. This is my gig. You want your share? We play by my rules.
So the follow.
What's it gonna be?
He's the one with the beard.
That's the spirit. Handsome.
If you're into psychopaths.
Nobody's perfect. Where's base camp?
Top floor balcony.
All right. Let's do this.
Had
Right.
a street route all
So
planned out.
the goal is to just get. Okay, we're on chapter 2. Just get the trophy for chapter 4, and then I'm going to start the game again on literally on crushing, and then try and get all the collectibles as well. For now, I'm just getting the only missable trophy out the way. Okay, we can't go that way. Go down there, we die. Go this way. So what am I supposed to do exactly? Ah. I knew that.
Come on. I'll give you a boost up. There you go. Thank you.
Wow. Just look at the graphics, man. I mean, it looked impressive on PlayStation 4, but now it's just unbelievable.
Follow me.
Yep.
There. That wasn't so bad.
Alright. Where am I supposed to go?
Patience.
Wait.
Up here. Really? Really? Careful on this one.
You sure this is safe?
No.
Alright. Yep. Then we have to shimmy along the edge.
Come on. This way.
You realize we're moving away from Asov's den.
Yeah, we're taking the long way.
Now I see why you're always
Hey.
late.
Alright. Leap.
Just one more hard.
I'll take him out.
No, I got it.
Cobra 1 to Cobra 5, over.
Receive Cobra 1.
Get to the explosion. We have activity, over.
Copy that, Cobra 1.
Adequate work.
Okay, there we go.
Where to now?
Up.
Random collectible. Hey Ian, good morning. It's stuck. Yeah, Leap. How are you today? Hmm.
Frazer, in here.
Where? Sorry.
Where are you walking? Just exploring our options. Sit tight.
Okay. Am I supposed to go this way? Question mark.
Well, she certainly lives up to her reputation.
Hey, Buffy. Morning.
Here we go.
Sorry. I mean, you have to admit, that was pretty funny.
Sorry about that.
How about we avoid crates from now on?
Okay, good deal.
Up ahead.
So, do you have a lot of trophies to hunt? What I need to do is, there's one trophy I can miss. The short answer is no, not really. It says 38, but what I need to do is, there's one annoying trophy where you have to get all the way from the beginning of the game to chapter 5 without firing a single bullet or throwing a single grenade. That's the only missable one. The rest is the same, of crushing, get all the collectibles, but you can get all the collectibles via chapter select, like you don't have to do it in one go. So I'll probably do that after. For now, I'm just trying to get the one missable trophy. It's called Way of the Warrior, which is to try and get to chapter 5 without firing a single bullet. And I've run it on to the, Explorer setting to do that. Like Powerpig said, it should take 10 to 20 hours to platinum this game, which is really... It's a very small number, 10 to 20 hours, to be honest,
It's just above us.
compared to other games we've done. Because it was like, what, 130 hours or 120 hours to do Death Stranding. Or was 10 hours, you know what I mean? Or even 20.
So just take a moment. There's one.
Oh.
Oh, that works.
Let's find that disc.
And it could have been quiet.
Thank you very much. Watch our backs, yeah?
Yeah. Crossed. It's like walking through an antique shop.
He's been a busy boy.
How much do you think it's all worth?
I did look at the game Sifu, but I thought that it would frustrate the hell out of me.
Horrible.
So
Lots of curious cats.
that's why
here.
I avoided it.
Speaking of,
Good point.
it doesn't bother you. These are all Indian artifacts.
It's not my fight.
I wonder if the chapter select actually... It should actually say, like, how many collectibles you have, right? Don't know if there's, like, optional conversations or stuff like that.
Ivory trader too. Arsehole.
It normally does, yeah. What am I looking for? It's amazing though, like, I've already finished this game before. I don't remember most of it.
No one will miss this.
Any luck?
Not yet. You?
No.
Don't know if there's like a time speed run or anything. Probably not. It doesn't seem like there is.
Indian Christian. Is that it? No, just looking.
I've only played it once. Yeah, same. I literally played it once when it came out. Never touched it again. But I will be happy when I've done this. I picked up already. I could just take it off the list, you know what I mean? Because I do actually think it's on my... Because I have like a list of games that I want to platinum.
I'll just borrow this.
Frazer,
Mm-hmm.
come here.
That looks promising.
It's locked.
Not for long.
What was that map?
Western Ghats, Hoysala territory.
Shit.
No, it's all right. Nothing we didn't already know.
It's like, yeah, let's not cause a fire.
It's beautiful. It's time to go.
Nadine Ross.
You meet again.
A pleasant surprise. Careful, brothers. This tiger's got claws.
Did you finish all the other trophies in Uncharted 4? Like I did? With the speedrun and stuff? Oh no, you've already planned everything, haven't you?
And you haven't aged a day.
You're too kind.
Are you looking for work? I hear that Shoreline's under new management.
Temporary setback. Nothing I can't handle.
Of course, of course. Pidgey, though. My men and I could use someone of your caliber.
What are you trying to say? How dare you have compliments for me?
I mean, this isn't your area of expertise.
It is a nice collection, I must say. Chloe Frazer, collector of antiquities.
A thief? You're working for a thief.
Sir, we have a situation.
What?
You might as well be called Aladdin.
I'll be right there.
I need to do half of them. They didn't all transfer to PS5.
Right.
Oh, really?
About that. At first, I mistook you for just an average rebel.
Oh.
But you have managed to find the Hoysala Empire. That's not bad. Their greatest treasure, the Tusk of Ganesh. Now that's not an easy find.
What are you doing?
3 Persian invasions, 3 separate wars, and all these years later, no one has found it.
We're close.
You're lost. And the only chance you have of even narrowing down its location is to find someone who can help you crack this artifact.
Someone with an extensive knowledge of Hoysala society.
Exactly.
An expert in their culture and history.
It feels, like I said, it feels satisfying to get all this stuff done.
Parasite. Who exploits our struggle.
Like, the work,
in order to fatten
my
up
work is
us.
creating itself, which is great.
So that's a no. Felt like a no.
You've got balls. I like that. But I don't need any more so-called experts. Shoot them. Throw their bodies in the river.
No need. We'll throw ourselves out.
After them!
Thank you.
We need to get across the river!
Alley-oop. Yep. Probably should check if she's actually with us.
Back there.
Messy but effective.
You were going to sell me out, weren't you?
It's called improvisation. God, who's being unprofessional now?
What the hell is that supposed to mean?
And
means you let
yeah,
Assad get
trophy
control.
hunting
Starting to
has
wonder when
really,
50%.
it's given me a new
You were going to
purpose for the games I play.
But can't change your spots.
You know nothing about me.
Fair warning.
I love trophy hunting. I think it's awesome.
There's your river.
Yeah? And your guy better be there. Shit! Yeah, well, time to go. Come on! Right behind us!
Oh, this is dangerous. Oh no! Fuck it! Thanks. Come on.
Thank you.
Yeah. Keep moving. Watch out! Oh, for the love of God!
No escaping me now.
Last door. Bloody. Go, Hunter Blood. Let's go.
Yep.
Whoa, whoa. Okay, I'm okay.
They are going to the river.
Are you jumping?
Yep. Oh, God.
Don't stop! Keep moving! This is doing great. Stop pouring rain.
You go up here? Nope. There, maybe? Nope. Ah. Okay.
Follow me. River's just below. Slide down the line. Here we go.
Ah, I got the trophy. Drop me a line. I don't know what that trophy even is. Can anyone look it up? Drop me a line like what it is.
How are we going out there?
On schedule. Should hit land in about an hour.
Great.
The Tusk of Ganesh. No wonder the Hoysala capital was ransacked. Look at this thing. Any luck?
I don't need luck.
I'd say we can use all the luck we can get.
Are you still hung up on Asav's so-called ex?
Use all the zip lines.
Don't worry.
Oh,
If
okay.
Asav's not in the Ghats already, he'll be right on our heels.
Why
Plus,
didn't you
he's
do
got
that first
weapons
time?
to
If it, don't you like have to?
men.
Hey, Mom. Good morning.
Like I said, don't worry.
Looks like some kind of key.
Maybe. Let's see. Okay.
Playing this game? Yeah, so did I.
The trident was Ganesh's weapon.
I'm doing a trophy right now called Way of the Warrior, where you have to get from the very beginning of the game to chapter 5 without firing a single bullet or throwing a single grenade.
It's a gift from Shiva.
All the rest you can get just with chapter select. This is the only like one that requires any sort of effort.
The great battle.
What?
The battle in which Ganesh lost his tusk.
And then I have to redo the game on
We find
crushing.
these symbols.
But when I do crushing, then I
Find
will
the tusk.
enable all the cheats
Not
like
bad,
before.
Frazer.
Yeah, well. You thank my dad for that. Hindu myths were his thing.
Might have rubbed off. You must be proud.
Sun's almost up.
I'll go get ready. Nice work.
I don't believe there's any sort of speedrun trophy in this game. Techline was saying that they should release the fixes for Dying Light 2 by Wednesday, at the latest. We will see if by Wednesday we can actually carry on Dying Light 2.
To settle an argument. Just for my peace of mind, all right?
Well, nice view.
Nice.
And look.
Giving me Horizon Forbidden West vibes.
I'm sorry I doubted you, Chloe.
This Hoysala?
Hoysala. It's not a modern structure, so we're definitely on the right track. What?
I don't like it.
You don't like anything.
No. We've gone nearly 100 kilometers with no sign of a Sov.
Glass half full, maybe we got the jump on them.
Unlikely.
I'll find the Tusk. A Sav's on you.
Understood.
The lead community manager for the Gorilla is called Bo.
Meet you back at the car.
So she's updated her Twitter profile name to say Horizon Forbidden West. I was like, really? Actually jump. How about that? Wee. Uh-oh. I'm taking the same slim fast as Elena.
Okay.
Good luck. I guess
You still down there?
Yep.
what I always liked about this game is that,
Just checking.
you know, this is a normal woman with a normal body shape. She's not a stick. She's not a supermodel.
Here, give me your hand.
I'm good, actually.
Okay. Want me to drive?
Nope.
I don't mind.
I do. It's a control thing.
Sure.
We go this way?
Let's just enjoy the serenity, shall we?
Oh, we
What a
can't.
dumb question.
So much for that.
How do you know the Tusk
It's
is
Chloe?
still there?
Yeah.
It would have turned up in a
It's like
museum or
Abby.
something by now.
Yeah, yeah. All women have
Plus,
got,
I
like,
haven't
just
seen any Hoysala exhibition.
muscles bigger than men's.
Never even heard of the Hoysala before this job.
Yeah, well, that's the fault of their last king.
That's what all women aspire to, right? Bodybuilder bodies.
Flaunted his empire's wealth, built a new capital to house the Tusk, and then led the Persians right to their doorstep.
And now.
And now, us.
Speaking of Abby, the voice actress is in this game. So who does she actually play, I wonder? Nadine. Oh, she plays Nadine. Okay. Well, there we go. We have Abby in the truck with us.
Hey, look!
Whee.
Flamingo convention.
Pelican.
Refreshing.
Could have warned me.
Oh, where's the fun in that? So, quite nice to be outdoors, isn't it? Away from the city.
I mean, you gotta love
You come back here often?
these sort of effects, like the god
No.
rays and stuff, right?
Not really.
Add more realism to all games, not just to this one. But yeah, this sort of dense jungle setting, this is basically Horizon.
Oil ahead. Slow down. Oh, look at this. Hoysala ruins.
Can we get through that gate?
I'll check it out.
Alright, let's go.
Capitals.
What have we got?
Halabadu and Balor.
I thought these were Ganesh and Shiva.
Someone's been paying attention. Ganesh was the guardian of Halabadu, the newer of the Hoysala capitals. Shiva was the guardian of the former capital, Balor.
Well, the stonework is beautiful. But this isn't much of a defensive wall.
Sculptor's quarters, by the look of it.
So if I do start the game again
Still
on
the
Crushing,
outskirts.
then I will skip all the cutscenes until Chapter 5.
That would be my dad, actually. I'm just a thief, remember? Hey, is the rental equipped for the winch?
Looks that way.
Great. I'll make short work of these gates.
What, you're just going to pull them down?
That's the plan, unless you brought dynamite.
This is your gig.
Take that as a no.
Alright.
Right. That should do the trick.
Frazer, move! It's an ambush! Shit! Take cover!
Thanks for the heads up.
You will pay for that.
Remember, I'm not allowed to fire
Okay, we're clear.
any bullet, throw any grenade.
Right. Where were we?
You were about to pull down an ancient gate.
Yeah, I was.
Regardless of how many fights we have.
And there we go.
Convenient.
You're awfully quiet.
I am so looking forward to Horizon Forbidden West, my god.
You'd be more of a leave no trace type when it comes to Indian runes.
Sentimentality in this line of work? Get you killed.
Maybe that's what this is. Maybe this is just a big ad for Horizon Forbidden
No,
West.
they're not. Yeah, they are. They're closer to
I wouldn't put it
province
past them.
than rules. Okay, well, I'll look it up.
As in, obviously this game came out before, but it's like the timing of the release.
There we go.
So it's an advert for the Uncharted movie, but it's also an advert for Horizon. Nailed it.
Made it.
I'm supposed to go this way? Apparently, yes. It's just...
Stop. Assault. Well spotted.
guys, can someone look it up for me? When does Forspoken come out?
Outside already.
Is that April?
Hey, I'm flattered that he's taking us so seriously.
We need to get through that gate.
All right, we'll slow down. We gotta take care of these jokers first.
You have a plan?
Yeah. Sure.
Yeah, just run him over, no?
Not really.
Mithrie is driving. Beware. Where is the library? Thanks. I got the trophy 4x4x4x4.
Come on, then.
Have a nice trip. Dang it.
Was this really your plan?
Yes.
You
It
don't
was.
like it?
You are in trouble now.
spot. Damn it. Coming through.
So just jumping on their head killed them. Ow.
Get down!
Where is the rest? There must be more enemies somewhere.
We're good.
We done?
Oh, hell. This'll make a racket. Oh. That's it. That's the way to do it. Good work. Thank you for the assist.
May. Okay, May. Fair enough.
Get going.
Either way, soon, basically. There you go.
Careful. Always. Right. Back to shotgun. I'm perfectly capable of driving, you know. I'm sure you are, honey. I just prefer to.
Right. I mean, it's kind of fun doing this without being allowed to kill anyone.
True, but unlike your
Okay, so we're on chapter 4, so we only have one more chapter to go, and then we're done.
Okay, let's see. We are right about here. I can mark it up as we go. Check out that tower. Bet you could get the lay of the land from the top. Maybe.
Oh god. I remember driving around here and, like, trying to do puzzles. And, getting stuck, basically.
Okay, I'll keep an eye out for Assault. Perfect. Not that I'm too worried about him, though. You should be.
Would you guys agree that this feels like it's a basically Uncharted DLC rather than a full game?
Wait, was that a compliment? That sounded like a compliment. His guys are idiots, but Assault is...
It's like an expansion pack.
Understood the appeal of people like Assault. Easy. He finds men who are weak and offers them power. Gives them purpose.
I have no idea where I'm going, by the way, chat. Don't assume that I do.
How'd you get tangled up with Assault anyway? Purpose? Rather not go into it. You certainly seem to have a thing for you.
Just making this up as I go along.
Proved useful at the time, but...
Wow.
Yeah. Do tell. Rather not. Maybe over drinks.
This place is
Not
pretty.
enough alcohol in the world.
Don't know where I'm supposed to go. Maybe I should actually check the map.
Right. You're the military expert. What's Asav's strategy here? He's spread out his men, hoping to stop us in our tracks. Not what I would do. So what would you
Let me
do
try
if
that
you were
that
Assav?
bridge.
Decide to lose the beard? Hang back?
Whee!
Let you do the heavy lifting, then swoop in and grab up the tusk once you've done all the hard work. Devious. Practical.
Looks like an expansion of Uncharted 4,
Lucky you're on my team.
which I think was supposed to be the actual idea of it.
Frazer, we've got company up ahead.
Okay, we went over this bridge.
Right. Where were we? Oh, right. I'm a little surprised Assault's not doing the same thing. Maybe his expert knows more than we think. Right. All the more reason to wrap this up quickly, then.
So, what do you reckon, guys? Climb the tower?
Where are you going? Want to climb it with me?
Let's see if we can climb this tower somehow.
Up and away.
Damn it! Gravity, we meet again. I wonder if I should just get like a gravity emote eventually. Like every time I die from fall damage. Dang it. Go on. Okay.
Easy does it.
Yep.
So far, so good.
Yeah, don't mind me.
Uh-huh.
It's like, okay, mum.
Nearly there.
Ah.
Here's our 3 symbols. Well, that took less time than I expected. Shiva's axe. Let's see here. Aimed right at those Hoysala ruins. It's an old fortress, tucked into the mountainside. I'll just mark that on the map with an axe. And behind door number 2. Huh. Wonder what that could be. For future reference.
Want more?
Let's see what's behind the bow door. Another old fortress, sitting smack dab in the middle of the lake bed. I'll jot a bow on the map in that spot.
Okay.
Last but not least, the trident. And another old fortress, just beyond those waterfalls.
I'm guessing I have to go to each one of them, right? Already.
Whoa.
Convenient.
Guess I should have looked for a call button before climbing up.
Yeah. Telling me. Now, I'm going to assume that the firing bullets is not just at enemies, just generally. Like, if I just stand still and fire bullets, then it'll probably void the trophy.
Well, was it worth the climb? And then some. Found the 3 symbols. Really? Yep. Each one was pointing towards a different fortress. Those will be the best places to look. Perfect.
Okay. I guess what's nice about this sort of open world design, you can pick whatever order you'd like. So let's go southeast first. Going the right way? Yeah, generally. I'll take a hard right. Yeah. So while the game looks incredibly beautiful, it is deceptively small. Like you can see, I can get around here in minutes. Well, not even minutes, even less. It's a waterfall. I guess it'll be good to get this done now, because hopefully with crushing I'll be able to get through it quicker. In theory. Or maybe not. Come on, come on, come on. Okay. I don't know if I have to approach it from like south corner and then go towards the west. Probably. There's shoreline
Look
here.
there. One of Asav's trucks. Looks clear out here. Interesting circular motif. Like the disc. We're definitely in the right place. Check it out. It's Ganesh's trident. Matches the symbol in the tower.
Ganesh, remover of obstacles.
Yeah.
The gate secured? Not yet.
Let's keep this quiet as
Waiting
long
on
as we
Cobra
can.
8.
Copy that.
Man down here. We have company.
Then I see it just spontaneously his neck just broke.
You cannot.
Nice job.
I actually remember having a really hard time on this fight. I played it the first time. Not allowed to shoot, dude. Sorry, the bullets are on strike. Alley-oop. Superman punch.
Look out!
I love the Superman punches in this game. I
That's
think they're
all of
awesome.
them. You alright?
I'm fine. Apart from working for a reckless treasure hunter.
Okay, where to next?
Good question. Let's explore.
What do you suppose this place was?
Hard to say. A fortress? Not the right layout for a temple. Okay, that's not it. No, this? What's the trick here?
What? Looked like a button.
Yeah, I just wanted you to have a go at something. What's this? That's a good sound.
One of the spokes on the wheel just turned around.
Huh. The locks are retracting when I turn the wheels.
So then there's probably 5 in total.
4 to go then.
Okay, let's find the other 4. One.
How about you? That's 2.
Okay. 3 to go. Yeah, come a couple of weeks. This is the sort of content we're going to be doing a lot of in Horizon.
Hey, here's another. I'll get it.
3. 2 more.
Found you. Only one left.
1 to go. Are you all going to be playing Horizon Forbidden West when it comes out? It's like, if I was working 9 to 5, like, a game like Horizon is a game that I literally would take time off work for. Okay, where's number 5? Gonna buy it in about a month. I no longer buy games on day 1. I have more faith that it will be very much polished compared to other games that come out recently. Mostly because it's PlayStation and it's a single player game. You get it? Yeah. I mean, I do understand though, because like Battlefield, Cyberpunk, Dying Light 2, there's been a lot of rocky launches lately. I completely get it. Back in this building. Oh. I wonder if there's like a pattern to this. I'll find out eventually. It's one of those things of like, the longer you wait, you get the game in a better state and cheaper potentially. Did you see if the patches fix your issues? The patches haven't come out yet. They come out on either Tuesday, Wednesday, or maybe towards the end of the week. So there hasn't been any updates yet. Okay, this is where I came in. Which one am I missing? I think literally this happened last time when I played this. I found this fight really hard, and then finding all these locks, I was running around like an idiot for like half an hour. We checked that already. Okay, that one's done. Done. Maybe I need to just go around in a big circle. It's like, I don't know if you guys ever saw the original bugs on Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. Ah, here it is. Okay. But maybe this is the one that Nadine got already. Okay. Yeah. One. Unless we actually have all of them, and I should just go back to the main gate. I'll tell you what, let me just go back to the main gate. Quickly check it's not open already. I feel like all of them have already been open. Maybe Nadine basically, like, if you take too long, she just opens the rest for you. Oh, they're already open. Dang it.
Did it. Got damn right I did. Oh, come on.
Looks like we're going under.
Ideo.
Don't fall, don't fall, don't fall, don't fall. It fell.
Ah. Well, looky here. What are you willing to bet?
Told you it's some kind of key.
Gold star for you.
Hey Joshua, how you doing?
What is it? Ancient Hoysala jigsaw puzzle?
Ah, of course. I'm making a trident.
It's Ganesh.
Hello, sir.
Dude.
Now what?
Now, I guess we turn this crank and see what happens next.
You think it's safe?
You know that treasure hunting is not a good gig for the risk of us, right?
Neither is being a mercenary. Difference is when I pull the pin on a grenade, I know what's going to happen next.
My way's much more fun.
Giggity.
Did you hear that?
You feel that?
Uh-oh. Forward down, free to go, I guess.
Frazer, look at that.
Holy hell. There's a massive relief carved into the side of that mountain. And you were worried we were going to turn that crank and die.
Guess it's good I've got an archaeologist's daughter with me. It must have been fun growing up, eh?
It had its moments.
Let me just get up and stretch out.
Hoysala Empire was kind of his thing. Took up a lot of his time, though. Me, if I go digging for treasure, I better make a buck or two.
Oh, sure. I don't take big risks without a good payday.
I imagine so. Like running an army, huh? That's a big responsibility.
Second nature. It's my father's company. He retired, I took over.
Family business.
Made a real mess of it. Well, you should know. Heard you and those Drake brothers are close.
Yeah, well, it's a conversation for another time.
So, where to next?
There's the fort marked with an axe on the mountain there. And that fort marked with a bow in the lake bed.
Oh. Alright.
Suppose I should have asked about the Drakes before I took the job.
Not much to tell. I know Nate pretty well. Sam less so. He seemed to just appear out of thin air.
Okay, we have to find a way out. So, Joshua, what I have to do, I have to get all the way to chapter 5, and I'm not allowed to fire a single bullet or throw a single grenade. I'm trying to go after a trophy called the Way of the Warrior.
Right. All right, let's find a way out. Last one back to the car buys dinner.
I brought MREs.
You're no fun.
So I renewed my contract with my ISP for another 2 years, because every 2 years I have to renew it. And they sent me a device which basically allows me to have Wi-Fi in my bedroom. So what it does is it connects to my router through an Ethernet cable, but then provides Wi-Fi to my room. I think with these guys, the armored ones, yeah, that's the only way to actually kill them, is to do Superman punches.
Take them out! I've got you.
Yep.
Oh shit, you got lucky.
Okay. Where is he? There he is. Yep. I missed.
Can't hide from me.
There we go. There we go. Done.
All right, we're clear. For real this time.
You handled yourself.
Yeah, so, because in the house I live in, basically, my router is 2 floors down, and anything that uses Wi-Fi often gets disconnected. So, for example, I didn't even try before to use Wi-Fi on my phone, because it was very much, like, blocked all the time, or the signal was really weak. But now that I've got the device in my room, the Wi-Fi is really strong, and everything seems to be working good, so I can keep Wi-Fi on my phone, basically. And hopefully my Elgato lights won't have any issues either. Because, you know, the Elgato lights use Wi-Fi to connect.
Hey, just so you know, Nathan Drake is no longer in the picture. You don't have to worry about him.
I had my concerns.
Why do you accept my offer?
I'm not one to look a gift horse in the mouth, especially with everyone wanting to see me fall.
Okay, so I'm going to go now to the one that's to the southwest.
Oh, there's a plus side?
Oh, when people have low expectations, it's much easier to take them by surprise. As far as I'm concerned, this business is tough enough on your own. You have to take any advantage you can.
Now, if I remember rightly, it was I think it's either Uncharted 2 or Uncharted 3. Like,
How old were you when you started?
Chloe and Nathan Drake were a thing, but only for that game. And then the second he met Elena, like, Chloe was like, okay, have a good life, sort of thing.
Yeah, whatever works, I say.
I will eventually replay 1, 2, and 3. 2, okay. But not yet. There's still a lot of other games to play before that. Okay, I am going the wrong way. Going the right way now? Yeah. As long as I'm going in the right general direction. I don't like Wi-Fi, I prefer Wi connection. I mean, yeah, absolutely, 100%. But for devices where you cannot choose Wi-Fi, like I can't connect Ethernet cable to my phone, and I can't connect Ethernet cable or just have a light switch on my Elgato lights, which seems stupid, the fact that I need to use Wi-Fi to switch my Elgato lights on. Believe me, if neither one of them needed Wi-Fi, I wouldn't have Wi-Fi. I would keep it switched off. My PlayStation, my PC, my Switch, Nintendo Switch, everything else is connected through Ethernet. But it's a clever device. Like I'm just happy that it exists. I didn't even ask for it. I didn't know they had it.
I think Asav's men have that side too.
Oh, I need to bring the car up here. No, they're on the list. It's just, it won't be anytime soon, is what I'm saying. I will play them, hopefully, God willing.
This should do the trick.
But between this game and Horizon, I have a Dying Light 2 or 14.
There.
And to be perfectly honest, I just don't think they're going to fix all the issues with Dying Light in this week. I think they will fix them, but just not this week.
Okay. Going.
Let's get inside.
Up. Go up.
Hello.
Nice to be out of that shithole finally.
I was starting to think the boss was all talk.
I'd watch your mouth.
Sorry.
Soon it won't matter. Once we have the task, the people will follow like sheep.
I see you!
Fun with your fall.
That's it. We're clear.
Probably alerted the others.
Can't be helped. Come on.
There, on the mountain! Here come the others.
You boys really don't want me shooting from down here.
And thanks for using the pea shooter.
Okay. We're all clear.
Won't be the last of them. There was a big
Right.
truck parked out front.
We'll keep our eyes open.
We'd better. We'd walk right off a cliff.
You do have a sense of humor.
Would have preferred a head start over Asav.
See that?
Looks like another faucet.
Let's find a way up.
Alright. Which way do we go?
Follow me.
Leo?
Nadine, more friends up ahead.
But yeah.
No, we're here.
Sorry.
To the rising, all things considered.
Did learn about them off I go through Linus. Yeah, yeah. Absolute pain in the ass.
Oh shit, they've made it.
Well, at least I've sorted out the Wi-Fi in my room. I mean, I will have perks in the future. Like, Battlefield, I don't know if you're with BT, but just know that the hybrid connect exists.
Coming for you!
In case you have any sort of hard to reach rooms that need Wi-Fi.
They ran over there! I've got them! Put them down!
I have Sky Wi-Fi. It's really good. Ah, okay. Yep.
I found them!
Good for you, bro. Is there another one? But the music has not stopped.
Are we clear?
We're clear.
Good. Good to be clear.
Let's press on.
Just what I was going to say.
Right. So, how do I open that gate?
Our spigot is right on the other side of this gate.
We need to get this gate open.
I'll head back to the crank.
Oh, the crank? Don't know what she thought about. Oh, this.
Here we go.
Look, we're opening that gate.
Perfect. That should do it.
PT here, but I'm probably gonna swap to Talk. Talk from experience, at least when my parents had Talk, have really, really rubbish. God.
Well, you made it across at least.
Rubbish technical support.
I'm sure you can find your way over here.
Oh, definitely. Figured
So-
you want to take the easy way over.
What I have now is I have BT Business. It seems to work better than anything else. It's a teeny bit more expensive, but I would say it's definitely worth the money for the stability and the support that it gives. Where do I go? Got it. I'm down in Cornwall.
Beg your pardon?
Right.
Fine. Just don't get started without me.
Sure. Wouldn't dream of it.
I mean,
Okay, guess this isn't the way in.
ladies in video games, do they often get complimented on the side of their caboose?
Oh, there you are. Having fun.
Just like the monkey bars in primary school.
I'd say this looks safer than the playground at my school.
Nearly there. Made it.
I'm impressed.
You're impressed.
Yeah.
I'm tired. Let's get this done.
Alright, let's go.
All right. I'm guessing it'll be a bow this time.
Good guess. Oh, this one's a bit trickier.
I'm just endless brain farting. There it is. I meant to do that.
Look at that.
Barashirama.
I do, I get the compliments. Yeah.
Let's turn the water on.
Whoa, what's to say it's not different this time? What if it's fire or something?
You're messing with me.
I'm totally messing with you.
Let's try. Yeah, 0 deaths. Speed runners, watch out.
I'm a little
Does
disappointed.
anyone speedrun this game? I'll assume not, because when I started the stream, there was like 12 people watching this game on Twitch.
Hoysala went to an absurd amount of trouble to hide the tusk.
Well, the tusk was
So,
the symbol of Hoysala.
the number of viewers I have, it says 13 viewers. This might be more than the entire Uncharted Lost Legacy section, on, like the whole section on Twitch.
My dad always thought that the tusk was something even greater, though.
What? Your dad was after the tusk?
Oh, my dad was obsessed with it. He spent every day and night researching it. All our money wasted on fruitless expeditions.
Heard that one before.
Fair enough.
So what came of it?
I don't know. Well, he sent me and my mum away. He said it was no longer safe. And off to Australia we went. And now here I stand on the outskirts of Halibadu.
Have any of you guys been to Australia before?
Pretty funny. Last stop. The fort embedded in that mountain. That'll be the one with the axe.
Cool.
At least your accent makes sense now.
Yeah,
Frazer's not exactly an Indian surname either.
it was my mum's.
Let's find a way to get back down to the car.
Sounds good.
How do I get back down? Hello? Yeah, Nadine beat me to it.
Ah, this is open now.
Oh. Not going where spiders can eat kangaroos here. Ow. Ah, okay. Thankfully, she didn't hit the, what's it called? The wall like Nathan does.
Just the one by the mountain left.
Indeed.
Okay, so I need to head generally north. Actually, no. Do I go north or do I go all the way north to the middle, I guess?
Makes more sense why Assault's after the Tusk now. Figured he just wanted the money, like us.
He'll use it to rally people to his cause. Wave it in the government's face. Just like all the other times.
This has happened before?
Oh, yeah.
So, the trophy, the way the war is supposed to pop up right at the start of Chapter 5.
To this land.
And then I'll quit out, and I'll look at,
We are.
crushing.
Let men like Assav fight over it. It's none of our concern.
Fighting wars was my concern for a time.
Good point.
Wait, easy. Assault's men have that site.
And I go this way.
All right. And we were talking about...
Oh, right. So you may have fought wars too, but you did it for the cash.
Usually.
What about when you worked for Assav?
Definitely a cash grab. Hardly worth the trouble.
Ouch. Why do it then?
Needed to establish my rep, eh? Figured I'd start with the worst of the bunch.
Nowhere to go but up after that.
Oh, is this the puzzle that I got stuck on last time? I wonder.
Beautiful out here.
This your first visit to India?
Wait a sec. Shit. The rebels beat us here.
Seems like the rebels beat us everywhere. Alrighty.
Hey, look. Shiva's axe. Spotted this on the tower too.
Shiva. He was the god of destruction, right?
Yes, but maybe not in the way you're thinking.
Back a teeny bit. I can get the
Once more, with gusto.
This thingy.
Here we go.
Hey, I'll take care of this one.
Okay. Sure, in reverse.
You're welcome. Here we go.
Ah. Salam
TOS.
the tiger.
I can't say
Salam
what I'm
won,
thinking.
actually. He was protecting his guru.
Wouldn't it be
killed
great
him.
if we could live in a world where
That's
TOS
where the
didn't
name
exist?
Hoysala comes from. Hoi, meaning strike in their language.
Alrighty. Yep.
No! Ah!
Nailed it.
Frazer, you okay? Yep. Come on in. Water's fine. I mean, don't drink it or anything.
That's just me saying the plan on the water. Did you catch that?
They've left their climbing gear.
They should come in handy.
Yes. Yeah, like I said, that's why this feels like a flippin' DLC for Uncharted 4. Because you get all of like Nathan Drake's abilities very, very early on. But because we just did Uncharted 4, it makes it straightforward. In theory.
I think I'm weak. Our cause does not afford luxuries.
Well, trade them. I'm sure there's...
What the? What the? Over here! I have
Because we have to do the Superman jump to get rid of his helmet. On a harder setting, there's no way we would have survived that.
Give it up! It's over!
On a harder setting, hopefully I can actually use my
You
guns.
okay? Slightly deaf, but I'm good. Good. Let's keep moving.
Alright.
Oh my.
Oh jeez.
What is this? Okay, let's see what this does.
Oh god, yeah. All the memories of these puzzles.
How this goes. Well, I'll be going to hell. That's elaborate.
Okay.
Oh shit.
Statue moved again.
Careful. I don't like the looks of this. Look out!
Okay. Well. Ow. I need to get across. Hydrate. Good idea. Need to get across without. without it swinging and hitting me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Ooh, that was close.
There we go.
All right.
Nailed it.
I think that did it. Come on over.
Coming.
So, Jen, if you're wondering what I'm doing, I have to get to chapter 5 without firing
Goodness sake.
a single bullet.
3 statues with 2 different symbols. A star.
They're all Hoysala sun symbols, but I like your descriptions better.
Oh, Jesus.
This is tricky. I think I got it.
I got it.
Right. Got it. Come on over. Nice. Right behind you.
Dang it.
Figured we'd have one go. You know that? Everything always comes in 3s. Let's see.
Jeez.
Son of a bitch.
Oh, that didn't work, did it? Ah, so these turn 90 degrees and then they swing immediately. Well, I'm dead because that one's now going to hit me. Let me reset. Let's jump here. Jump there. Jump there.
No shave.
Okay.
Okay. So far, so good. I think I can.
I think that one's going to hit that one. Hold first. I'm the best.
Fresh air.
You got it, chat.
Let's make an axe. Oh, what the hell? That's not fair.
The middle and inside pieces seem to move the outside ring.
There, we got it. Ah, did I put it the wrong way. Maybe this way.
Nice to see you,
Got it?
Shiva.
Come on, let's get this over and done with.
Yep.
Whoa! Shit!
Oh, bollocks.
See? I told you it was dangerous. You hurt.
Just my dignity.
Here we go.
There be water. And now that's 3. You know, you're pretty good at this whole treasure hunting thing.
I'm a quick study.
One question, though. I reckon that you could pretty much do anything you want. Why are you so keen to get Shoreline back?
Seriously? My partner turns my own men against me. My lieutenant makes off with the bounty. Nathan and Samuel Drake get off scot-free, and you're asking why I want Shoreline back.
Yeah.
It was on my watch. I lost it on my watch. All right, what the hell is that thing you keep playing with?
It's my stress toy. It showed up in the mail a few weeks after we got to Australia. All right, we better get a move on. We don't want Assad to get ahead of us.
Fair enough. Alright, let's see how we get out of here.
I've had my fair share of screw-ups. You just pick yourself up and move on.
I don't like to fail.
No one does, love. Let's head back to the car. Gotta love a shortcut.
Glad we don't have to go back the way we came.
I would have made you dodge the axes.
Actually, just randomly goes the other way. Hello. Alright.
Hey, if you want to look anywhere else out there, now's the time to do it.
Right.
Yeah, I think that's the game's way of saying you're about to be done with this area. Like this question mark, for example, we could go to.
Look, for what it's worth, it's your kick-ass reputation.
But I'll do that on the crushing run rather than now.
You could use some money.
You're not wrong.
Honestly, though, it's actually nice working with a woman for a change.
Too right. Not many of us out here. This one arms dealer demanded to speak to the man in charge, then tried backing out when I informed him I was running the show.
What did you do?
Broke both his legs.
You're not kidding.
Just trying to level the playing field.
Oh, don't cross Ross.
I should put that one on my business card. Hey, careful. That
Go
place
on.
is crawling with rebels.
Yeah, I saw a laser pointer. Another one. I hope Nadine firing doesn't void the trophy. Wait a minute. Son of a... Whee.
I think we've lost them. She who fights and drives away lives to fight another day. What? Pick it back up? Yeah. So, anyway, can't you just walk away? Be done with Shoreline?
I was born into it. I don't have a choice.
Oh, there's always a choice.
I think I'm going the right way.
Here we go. Coming.
Right behind you.
Magnificent.
How long do you suppose it takes to carve something like this?
Years. Decades, even. The Hoysala certainly did have a knack for stonework.
And the war, it seems.
That too. They must have made these to commemorate their victories against the Persians.
Alright.
Looks like they put up a good fight.
So if we get the trophy, like I said, I'm going to restart the game. I'm going to throw it on crushing. And then I'm going to load up the collectibles guide.
But their loss is our gain, right?
That carving looks familiar.
That carving is an exact match for the disc.
So what does that mean?
I don't know yet. But I'm guessing we should give that a try. Should we dance?
Try not to break it this time.
Sassy.
What the hell?
Oh, that's what I'm talking about.
Can't say I was expecting that. You ready?
Yeah. Just, taking it all in.
There we go. The Way of the Warrior. We did it, chat. We got the trophy. So the Way of the Warrior, like I said, is to get all the way to this point of the game without firing a single bullet. Thank God it's not finished the entire game and don't fire a bullet, because that would be annoying. So, let's see. Extras, treasures. Okay, so I did find some treasures on the way. Bonuses, add-ons, weapons. Ooh. I guess I've already, I don't have enough points for infinite ammo yet. That's bad. Anyway, so story, new game. Would you like to keep your treasures? You've earned free current save file. Yes, I guess. Then crushing. Are you sure? Yep. Alright, here we go again. Except this time, I am free to shoot whoever I want. Before we get going, let me just quickly stretch my legs, and I'm going to refill my water bottle as well. So, be right back. Let's see if I can find a guide for all the collectibles. The game consists of 9 chapters. Okay. And the prologue, it says there's 1 treasure, 1 photo. Ah! That's Power Pix's thingy. Okay. Alright. Let's go. I wonder which weapon. Did I get the 45? Are any of the weapons in this game considered the best?
My sister needs me. How am I supposed to get up tonight's groceries?
Okay, so apparently the first one is take a photo in front of these vases.
Need to be on that truck before it goes.
Oh. So, you're Ganesh. How much for it?
Not for sale.
And the Ganesh little thingy is automatically given just by going through the prologue.
Excuse me.
What?
Don't get me wrong. Decent technique on the lift.
Yep, no.
But I'd like my Ganesh back. Please.
Fine.
Okay, that's the first treasure.
A for effort, kid.
Okay, so it says after entering the red door, reaching the rooftop, the treasure lies on the barrels. Okay, let's get to that point first, then we'll worry about it. Okay, so now this is a crushing collectibles run.
People aren't allowed.
Yep.
Tell me where he was.
He showed me a shirt inside the market. Then he was. Wait! There he is! There he is!
Yep. Yep. There's chapter 1, the insurgency. But I will skip all the cutscenes until chapter 5 because we've already done it. And given there's only 9 chapters in the game, hopefully it'll be quite quick to do.
I've done nothing wrong. Hey, don't be stupid, lady. Shut up.
Sorry.
Move it. Got the wrong man. I swear to you. I said get in the truck now.
Checkpoint.
If he moves, shoot him.
Yes, sir.
You.
Guess I don't have a choice.
Hey, hold on.
Yep.
Lucky for them, I've got somewhere to be. Red door. Check. Not this way.
There should be... Okay. But guys, what games are you playing today?
Got a light? Don't smoke. You're useless. I can't sell it. I don't want it.
I like to. Fair enough.
And that's that.
Come along, friend. Yeah. Clean this place up at least. We should get off the streets. Our shift ends in an hour. I need sleep.
You can sleep in the truck.
No.
Okay.
Is that the last of them? Almost. There's a couple more in the alley.
You made it. I can't skip that.
Pink lotus. The hell does that mean?
Long enough. Been with us ever since he was chasing down some wandering kids all over India.
Lord, be louder.
Can we take the fight to the tyrants?
Asa says he needs more time to prepare.
The government thinks we're a joke.
He won't think that for much longer.
I have to find the staircase, don't I? Yeah. Okay, so far so good.
Indian Army's not messing around.
Ah. So this one probably is easy to miss. Yeah. They have to actually go back through these clothes. It's on this barrel right here. I think that's literally it. For like chapter 1. Okay. And then chapter 2. 5 treasures, 1 photo. Okay, so we have to take a picture at the Pink Lotus sign. Beginning of chapter 2. Reheated pizza. Yeah.
Pink lotus. Not what I was picturing.
One thing I learned, chat, when I was in university is that if you didn't get mushrooms on your pizza, a way to get mushrooms for free is to just leave the pizza out for like 3 days.
What the hell?
Oh.
You're late, Frazer. Nice to see you too.
Holy shit! They took out the first squad! Stop them!
We done? We're done.
What the hell was that? I thought you were a professional.
Yep. Okay, that's that photo. Next. Before taking the first zip line, it's on the ledge. Wait a minute. I'm just looking at the guide. Ah. Okay.
Come on. I'll give you a boost up.
What time is it? Oh, it's already 5:30. Jeez. I've got about an hour left, okay, chap? Then we'll just carry this on tomorrow.
There, that wasn't so bad.
Yep.
Now what? Patience. Up here. Really? Really? Oh, careful on this one.
You sure this is safe?
No.
Yeah, I meant to do that. Epic skills. Alright, like, I just did it and I can't remember what to do. Okay, shimmy across here.
Come on. This way.
You realize we're moving away from a sword's den?
Yeah, we're taking the long way.
Now I see why you're always late.
Right. Yep. Right, it's right there. Okay, so that's that. We found a bullet casing. Or bullet whistle, apparently. Next one. I've actually already got bullet service lighter, utility spork, traveling inkwell, tactical compass. Okay, I've already got all of them, the rest of them, for chapter 2. Now it's chapter 3. Okay. So, basically I need to just escape this town now.
Just one more. Cobra 1 to Cobra 5, over. Receive Cobra 1. Get to the ping closer. We have activity, over. Copy that, Cobra 1. Shit.
Quick work. Well,
Where to now?
up. Okay.
Yep.
Where are you? Just exploring our options. Sit tight.
Yep.
Well, she certainly lives up to her reputation.
Oops.
Sorry about that. How about we avoid crates from now on?
My bad.
Shit.
There's some cheap office supplies if you want them.
You're always this talkative on the job.
Yeah.
Above you.
One less problem.
Alrighty.
It's just above us.
See, that wasn't so bad. It wasn't. This will just take a moment. There's one. Oh, that works.
Let's find that disc.
Thank you very much. Watch our backs, yeah?
Yeah. Christ. It's like walking through an antique shop.
He's been a busy boy.
How much do you think it's all worth?
Enough to keep his little insurrection going for quite some time.
Alrighty.
Oh, horrible. Lots of curious cats here.
Speaking of,
Good point.
it doesn't bother you. These are all Indian artifacts.
It's not my fight. Destroyer and transformer.
Okay.
Salah and the tiger. Maybe he's closer than I thought.
We have to get that box right there, but
Ivory trader too. Arsehole. I'll just borrow this.
Frazer,
Mm-hmm.
come here.
okay. So maybe I'm supposed to just examine the wall sign.
Not for long.
What was that map?
Western Ghats, Hoysala territory.
Shit.
No, it's all right. Nothing we didn't already know.
Shit. Oh, missed it. Need me to do it?
Nope.
Oh.
Oh.
We can't skip that cutscene.
It's beautiful. Shit, time to go.
Yep.
Come on! We
Nailed
need
it.
to get across the river! Whoa! Okay. This way! Bloody hell! was that back there?
Messy but effective.
You were going to sell me out, weren't you?
It's called improvisation. God, who's being unprofessional now?
What the hell is that supposed to mean?
It means you let Asav get the jump on us. I'm starting to wonder whether...
Yep.
Oh, this is dangerous! Oh no! Fuck you! Thanks! Come on! You still have the disc? Yeah. Keep moving. Watch out! Oh, for the love of God!
Yeah, because it's on rushing, so like 1 or 2 punches, I'm dead.
Watch out! Oh, for the love of God! Last George, bloody!
Nice.
Go 100 below. Okay, I'm okay. Are you joking?
Yep.
Don't stop! Keep moving! This is going great. At least it's not pouring rain. Follow me! Pivots just below. Right on the line.
Yep.
Here we go!
Yep. Yep.
Yep.
Okay, so we're on chapter 3 already.
Amazing landscape.
Okay. Oh god, that's a cliff.
Come on! Oh, crap! My tree bridge fell. Can you make it across?
Okay.
There you go. Dang it!
You still down there?
Yep. Still here.
Great. Just checking. Here, give me your hand.
I'm good, actually.
Okay.
Alright.
Want me to drive?
Nope.
I don't mind.
I do. It's a control thing.
Sure.
Let's just enjoy the serenity, shall we?
So they said before we go down to the flamingo place, there's a picture.
It would have turned up in a museum or something by now, right? Plus, I haven't seen any Hoysala exhibitions.
I've never even heard of the Hoysala before this job.
Yeah, well, that's the fault of their last king, really. Young, reckless, flaunted his empire's wealth, built a new capital to house the Tusk, and then led the Persians right to their doorstep.
Yeah, it's a flamingo
Give
place.
me a second. I can wait. Hey, look! Flamingo convention.
Yeah. A picture. Unless I've already taken it. There's meant to be a picture literally right here. How do I know which ones I have? Anyway, let's save game in the meantime. Save. There's meant to be a photo opportunity right here, so I'm guessing I've already got it. Okay, where's the next one? There's treasure 8 Empire coins. There we see the flamingos. Okay, so let's go down. Let's get all the flamingos away. Apparently there's a treasure. Yeah, it's right there, see?
I'll be right back. You got it.
That one. Next.
See your way forward? Looking.
Ah, so after a first gunfight, climb a ledge twice. Throw a grenade. Ah, so that's why he drops a grenade. Okay, so let's get to our first gunfight.
Refreshing.
Oh.
Could have warned me. Oh, where's the fun in that? So, quite nice to be outdoors, isn't it? Away from the city.
But
You come back here often?
when I used to go to the gym,
Not really.
they had a steam room, and then in this, like next to the steam room, they had like an icy cold shower.
Oh, look at this. Hoysala ruins.
Can we get through that gate?
Would any of you ever do that? Like, go into the icy cold shower?
I'll check it out. The old capitals.
I have done before.
Right. That should do the trick. Frazer, move! It's an ambush! Shit! Take cover! Thanks for the heads up.
Well, I had literally auto aim on. Okay.
Don't make it.
Frazer! Last one. I got you.
Okay, we're clear.
This guy drops a grenade. We actually have to destroy this wall.
That wall looks fragile.
There's a collectible behind it. I did not know that.
Yep, all good. I found the Tusk of Ganesh, by the way. We're done.
Okay, I've got the silver water jar. And where's the next one? Okay, so we pull down this gate. Go through it. Hang on, I'm just watching a video guide where all the collectibles are. Okay.
Done. Right. Where were we? You were about to pull down an ancient gate. Yeah, I was. And there we go.
Okay, so through here.
You're awfully quiet.
I'm just surprised is all. Figured you'd be more of a leave
To the
no
left.
trace type when it comes to Indian ruins.
Sentimentality in this line of work? Get you killed.
Ah,
Sit tight. Sure, go ahead.
and this little ravine. Little cave. Collectible. Done. I got the trophy hardcore treasure hunter. And then, because I already have like a few of them. After killing all the enemies before opening the door for Nadine, stand in the water in the lower part of the area where two enemies are patrolling. On the left side, you should see a photo icon by getting close to it. It's a tricky one to spot. This one only shows up after the enemies are dead and only while on foot. You must leave the car. Okay. Alright, I'm just going to quickly go to the bathroom, chat. I'll be right back. In the meantime, cool off. Okay, we're back. Yeah, I'm such a nice person, aren't I? Can't help it, chat. I'm going for the Nobel Prize this year. I wonder if I'll get it. Let's see. I think I'm going the wrong way. Why?
What? They're just large flying rodents.
Actually, no, they're not.
Yeah, they are.
They're closer to primates and lemurs.
Okay, well, I'll look it up.
Go, 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 go!
There we go. Made it.
All right.
Stop!
Skip. Okay, so it looks like there are enemies around here. And there is a photo opportunity here as well. So I need to kill all of them. Let me see what the photo opportunity is. Ah, really? Okay.
No, no, no!
Wow. Sniper got me good.
Here goes nothing.
Problem with playing this on crushing. Maybe I should use a sniper gun. Can't just yet. Okay, let me actually try and hide.
We can handle two outsiders. Trust in us all. I do. You must have Stay on guard then. Prove me wrong.
You done?
Damn it!
Completely out of weapons. It's because I don't have the infinite ammo unlocked. Apparently around here is where we're supposed to go. Ow. You done?
We're clear.
Just like I planned. Yeah,
Okay, let's see if we can get the photo opportunity. Ah. All right. Hang on a minute. Lockbox number 1. We need to get back in the car. Take a right near the waterfalls. Go up the hill. To the right, next to the other waterfall. Ah, okay. Oh, let's get the car. It's like I said, if we call them action adventure games like this, the Uncharted, the Tomb Raiders, whatever, these really are my favorite type of games. Back from lunch, welcome back. And we have to open this. Oh. Silence pistol. Alright, where's the next one? Then there's one more collectible in Chapter 3. Which is... Okay, when I'm opening that door... It says a mango scent flask. Okay, so when I open that, jump back in the car. And get out of the car immediately. Ah, okay, got it. Okay, I know what that is. Weird thing happened with the leg again, just like with Nathan Drake.
This looks to be it. Sesame. Okay, bring her up.
Yep.
Careful, always. Right, back to shotgun. I'm perfectly capable of driving, you know. I'm sure you are, honey. I just prefer to.
Collectible is here. That's all the collectibles on Chapter 3. Alright. Save game. Save. Given that there's only 9 chapters in this game, this is going by awfully quickly. I say that, and now it says Chapter 4, 19 treasures, 9 photos, 4 optional conversations, 11 lockboxes. Forget it, this will take forever. Oh, jeez. Yeah, okay, so Chapter 4 is hell. And Chapter 5, not too bad. Chapter 6, even easier. Chapter 7 has a lot of collectibles. Chapter 8 is okay. And Chapter 9, it's only 3 treasures in Chapter 9. Okay. Alright. So, I was like, hey, this is not so bad, this is quite easy. And then this is like the longest chapter ever, on Chapter 4. I guess that's why she said, like, you know, before you go to Chapter 5, she said, explore a bit, there might be some treasures for you to get. Okay. Yeah, 54 collectibles in Chapter 4. Okay, photo number 6. Wow. Get out the car immediately. Take a picture. Alright, let's do that.
Oh, it's a lot of ground to cover. True, but unlike your boy Asav, we've got an advantage.
The 3 symbols.
Let's have a look at the map. Okay, let's see. We are right about here. I can mark it up as we go.
Okay.
Check out that tower.
Bet you could get the lay of the land from up top.
Maybe.
Maybe. Possibly. Supposed to be a photo around. How do I access my phone? Oh, here it is. Okay. Photo has been saved to your phone. How do I access my phone? I can't remember, chat. But, guys, given it's already 6 PM, I think now would be a good time to stop. And then tomorrow we can carry on from this point. And try and get all the collectibles from Chapter 4 onwards. Because at least we already did the Way of the Warrior trophy. And we've already got all the collectibles to this point at the beginning of Chapter 4. So, let's quit the menu. Then, let's get out of here. So I'll say thank you again to PlayStation for gifting me this. I am still having a crazy amount of fun. My intention is to finish all the trophies. So then I can, what's it called? Draw a line under Uncharted 4 and Lost Legacy. I can say, yep, Platinum it, 100% of it, got all the trophies, the end. I've got 34 trophies left. And if they still haven't fixed Dying Light by the time I finish Lost Legacy, then I'll go back to 14 for a bit. You pick it up off your desk. Ah. In real life, you mean? So, alright, chat. I'm going to go for the day. I'm going to chill, because I just don't want to get burnt out, and I don't want to get frustrated, because I've got so many, what's it called? I've got so many collectibles to get. So, we'll simply carry on from tomorrow. So, alright, chat. I will see you next stream. Have a good one. Have a good rest of your day. Doodly doodly. And take care. Have a good day. So, bye. Bye bye bye. Bye.